And gentlemen, and welcome in. We are live here at Herd Stadium to bring you Panthers football. One of the last games of the season. Dominic Lorenzon alongside Rich Francis, as always. As you know, they always schedule these non-league games to end the year, and this one, Waltham. So the Waltham Hawks coming in here to Herd Stadium to take on the Beverly Panthers.
Yeah, this game was actually supposed to be an away game for Beverly, so we were kind of notified a little bit early. I happened to see it on Twitter or something like that. So we got to find out. So Waltham coming in from the Dual County League, coming in with what I think might be a deceiving record. I watched a little bit of video on these guys, and they look better than a 1-8 team. So a couple players to keep an eye out. Joe McCullough, number 5. He plays quarterback and wide receiver, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with him today. Noah Foy, another wide receiver, kick returner, kind of Swiss Army knife kind of guy. But the guy I'm interested in watching is Wes O'Connor, number 17, middle linebacker. Last week he had 22 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. So I like the headbangers.
Yeah.
I like to see those guys out there.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I've noticed with some of these games, it depends on where people are, where their standings are. So sometimes, kind of like a college bowl game, it seems like. Sometimes motivation is not equal on both sides. But you would think with both teams probably not quite having the seasons that they would have hoped for, they both should be pretty motivated for this game, at least trying to pick up a win.
Yeah. National anthem, and here on Veterans Day, I want to thank all the vets.
So as I mentioned, you know, both these teams probably caring about this, looking to pick up a win for the Panthers for sure, looking to gain some confidence before they go into their Thanksgiving matchup against their arch rival, Salem. And I know you did the Revere game last week. The offense was able to string some things together.
Yeah, they moved the ball along, and, you know, they moved the ball along pretty well, but then the shot in the foot kind of thing, you know, the 2 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. And so if they can avoid those mistakes, which has kind of been really I think you'd say the hallmark of the season, you know, a good play here, a good play, and then a mistake. You know, you can question some of the calls, especially the crackback block that was called against them and brought back a big play, but you know, just too many mistakes this season. It's a young team. We're seeing a lot of young guys out there, so hopefully they're not mistakes but learning opportunities.
Indeed, indeed. And, you know, we talked about it's a young team, and it's been made even younger simply by misfortune. As we've talked about, that kick is off. Panthers. Oh.
Not a horse collar, because he didn't jump on his back on it, but he pretty much grabbed him by the back.
I know. I thought he did too. But anyway, and as Danny Pierce, the quarterback going out to run the Panther offense, as you talk about, this is a young team, but it's been made even younger by the fact that pretty much from the get-go, they have not been at 100%, and it really hasn't gotten much better as the season's gone on.
And, you know, one of the offensive linemen, we saw him on the sidelines today, Mason Gomes, who's kind of a two-way guy. So that was Jaden Santos, excuse me.
And as you mentioned, you said Costa is out now as well, too, for the running game.
Yeah, he's been out the last couple of games.
Second down and 9.
Santos ran the ball pretty well last week. He was their workhorse. Did okay. Danny Pierce really kind of coming into his own as a passer, too. We've seen the last couple of games.
So 2nd and 9 now. Pierce straight back to throw. Got a man open. That's caught. He's going to be.
Conant still going.
Conant ran through the first tackle. He knocked out of bounds near the first down marker. I'm sure he stepped out a little bit beforehand.
Looks like he gained 9 on that.
Daniel Conant. Entering a 3rd and 1.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 now after the completion from Pierce to Conant. Conant and Tim Pone, usually some of the guys you see in the passing game when the Panthers elect to pass.
And they got it.
Handoff there up the middle, and Santos has a first down easily.
Picked up about 5 on that.
First down.
Almost looked like they were moving a little early on that.
They 100% did. I wasn't going to say it, but they did.
It's going to be 1st and 10.
I don't know. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, I guess.
I guess so.
I know Michigan feels the same way.
Yeah, the Big Ten would disagree with you, Don. Gains about a yard.
Was that Conant?
Yep, that was Conant.
So Daniel Conant out of his wide receiver spot, taking the handoff. And that's what you'll see in this wing tee, up the middle, and then bring those guys around on that sweep.
Yeah. Cal McKay out there split wide on our side. He's getting more action, both offense and
Pierce
defense.
to throw again,
Pierce
steps up.
Ooh.
Oh!
He gets nowhere.
Yeah, really did not. Basically back to the line of scrimmage.
So you get a player with the helmet off, he's going to have to come off. That's number 55, Tyler Medina. He was in on that tackle.
Freshman.
Looks like, you know, one of the things we might notice with Waltham, they seem like a very young team. A lot of sophomores on this squad. Most of their captains are juniors. So they're moving around on defense. All right, so there was a lot of movement by Waltham, but it turns out to be a false start.
That Panthers moved first, apparently, and that's what caused the jump. So after the first down, Beverly now moving in the wrong direction here. And that'll bring up the 3rd and long, and as we've talked about, no one ever wants to be in a 3rd and long, but when you run a wing tee, it's especially so important to stay on schedule.
And the penalties are the thing that kind of take you off your schedule a lot. Taking a long time getting that play in. You know, some people don't like when the quarterback has to run over and get the play and all that. But it ensures that the right call is made.
Yeah.
Conant using that speed.
Sort of a double handoff.
Oh, he fumbled. He
and the ball's on the ground.
And looks like Waltham saying they got it.
And they do.
And they do.
The Hawks have it. And as we talked about, mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. Feels like consistently it's been on the first drive of games, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's been right out the gate that they've just put themselves behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, you wonder, you know, like a lot of times teams, you know, coaches try to get the players ramped up, and sometimes you get so ramped up that you kind of lose focus of what you just need to do.
Yeah.
And so you wonder if that's got anything to do with it.
All right, so now we will see this Waltham offense spread just like so many teams run now. sort of a little tight end fullback in front of him right there.
Oh, okay, we got a flag already.
Yeah.
That ball's going to go incomplete, but
I wonder if it's some sort of illegal shift or.
well,
No,
with the way that flag was thrown, though, it was kind of after the snap.
Okay.
Maybe it was a crackback or something. I don't know.
It was a lot of movement and a
it is.
slow developing play, so I thought maybe it was some sort of illegal movement.
Yeah, so it's only a 5-yarder. So
As you talked about this being a younger team and juniors being the captains, this is Dane Duvernay?
DeVoe.
DeVoe.
Yeah, like I said, I mentioned McCullough, and the video I saw was actually more McCullough at quarterback, but they're using him now as a wide receiver.
Okay.
So McCullough, interesting, although I did see one of the clips, he was a wide receiver, they threw it to him, and then he threw a touchdown pass. So kind of want a sort of a Cordell Stewart type, maybe.
Dane,
All right, so
to keep it
that's
himself.
Foy, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So that was Noah Foy. He's going to lose about 3 on that one. I think that was number 1, wasn't it?
I thought it was. No, I thought it was
Oh,
4.
no, it was 4. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yep.
thought it was just
Okay,
Dane.
never mind.
Dane DeVoe with the
Don't
keeper.
listen to me.
A lot of razzle-dazzle here on the first 2 plays for Waltham. Not so much success. They'll be in a 3rd and long now.
Yep. So again,
Oh,
now,
second.
like I said, you got a guy like McCullough, you may see some kind of trick play. But if they watch game film, they should be ready for something like that. A lot of guys moving. Can't snap the ball with that many guys moving, though.
No.
Okay.
Bunch trip set.
Quick.
Pitches it out. Runs through 1 tackle.
All right,
He's
that's
going to get near the original line of scrimmage.
Adam Chisari.
Yeah.
Adam Chisari, the ball carrier.
Chisari ran for over 100 yards last week.
Tackled by Junior De Los Santos. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Okay, so 3rd and long, most likely it's 4 down territory here.
Yes. You're in that part of the field that no man's land.
Yeah,
Hard to gain a lot of field on a punt.
right. All right, so they're going 5 receivers
Yeah,
here.
empty set. Dane all alone back there. 5 wide receivers here on this 3rd and long. Brings a man in motion, swings behind him. Looks his way, decides not to go. Now he's out of the pocket. He's running.
And
Lets
out
it
of
go.
bounds.
And
Incomplete.
out of bounds. Too far for his intended target, Noah Foy.
All
All right, so the defense gets a hold here. So now you're going to punt it. I mean, if they had gained about 5 or 6 yards, they probably would have gone for it.
Yeah.
So line of scrimmage at about the 44. Looks like Foy's back there to punt as well. So this guy returns kicks. He does the kicking.
For Waltham, Darius.
Okay, looks like Waltham may be missing a player. All right, so that's who's back there? Is that? Can't see.
Low snap, gets it off. Sort of a line drive kick.
Gets it on the run though.
Fielded on the run with a burst of speed ahead of him.
Still going. Ooh,
Goes through a couple of tackles. That's what you're talking about.
Darius Moore right there on the return.
Panthers
right.
will start with the ball at the,
About the 30.
yeah, pretty much right at that 30.
Panthers will start on
So again, as we were saying, Dom, you didn't really.
You picked up about 15 yards.
Yeah.
But you're also not probably going to convert on a 4th and 14.
Yeah. Right. Or you throw it deep and try to get an interception or something.
Yeah.
Interference, not interception.
Pierce
Oh,
throws.
nice
He fit
catch.
that one
He gets
in.
it over there to Tim Pone.
I didn't think that throw had a chance. But he somehow was able to get it up over to
About
Tim
15
Pone.
yards.
First down.
Over the DB, number 5, Joseph.
10 from the Beverly 45.
Did he get hit over him, or did he mistime his jump?
I think it went through the kid's hands, actually, to tell you the truth. Or he may have just missed it, but.
Pierce, quick throw.
Pass
out there. Conant still rumbling forward, and a nice gain there on first down. And I like that the Panthers opening up a little bit here, throwing on first down.
Gain of about 6.
Got the ball in Conant's hands. He's the speed guy on this offense. And as we've talked about, as they've lost people, wow, I'm drawing a blank on the speed guy's name that we all thought was going to be the running back.
Roman Sullivan.
Yes, thank you. After losing Sullivan, Conant's kind of the speed threat on this offense.
So it's a late arriving crowd. The hill's now pretty packed up. Doesn't look like a lot of people because, you know, you're looking
Pierce,
across
pressure
the
in his face, gets it off, caught by Conant. Conant's got room to run. Conant's going to get pushed out of bounds, deep into Waltham territory, and the Panthers are on the move.
Got about 20 on that one.
And the Panthers are on the move through the air.
Conant from Pierce. That seems to be the call today.
Yeah, and as you said, it seemed like Danny Pierce was coming into his own a little bit more and a little bit better in the Revere game.
So, Dom, you're going to have to make all the calls down the other end because I got a big
listen, it's still in my
storage container door in my way.
Pierce to throw. That one's wide open. Gets it there on a first down.
Is that about 11?
Was that Callahan?
Yep.
Pass complete to Callahan.
And that's good.
Look at this.
And I'll tell you, Dom,
air raid offense by the Panthers.
Yeah, that is not an easy pass to make.
No, it's not.
That's a outside pass. Now, that said, Callahan was pretty open on that play, too.
He was.
He must have run himself a nice pattern, shake the defender. Throwing it again.
Yeah.
And we're going to get a false start, probably. Oh, no, that's on Waltham.
Oh, okay. Someone jump early?
Yeah, must have.
Offside. It's Waltham.
So Waltham offsides, trying to get an early jump to disrupt this passing game of the Panthers.
So 1st and 5 now gives you a lot of opportunities here.
Indeed, indeed. You could keep your foot on the gas pedal here and be aggressive.
Yeah.
Go to throw the ball again, knowing that it's just 2nd and 5. If you don't, take a shot at the end zone.
Well, they're doing well throwing the ball.
But it'll be a handoff up the middle. Makes a man miss. He's got plenty of room. Get to the outside. He's there easily, and it's a Panther touchdown.
Beverly, Daniel Conant.
Daniel Conant. And as I said, the speed guy on this offense after they've lost Sullivan for the year. And they rode Conant there on that touchdown drive.
Yeah, it was Pierce and Conant and a little bit of help from Callahan. A little help on a penalty.
Beautiful blocking, got Conant to the outside, and then it was basically just a foot race, and he's going to win it.
I'm wondering, that might be the first lead?
Yes, no. Yes.
First lead in the whole season?
Mm-hmm. So as we talked about these final games, motivation, I mean, when both of you guys have both had disappointing seasons, not quite what you would have imagined, both teams motivated for this, and Beverly trying to gain some positive momentum going into the Salem game, and a very nice drive there on their 2nd possession and their first lead of the season.
That's crazy.
I know.
Well, you know, like we said, you know, most the games that we've seen anyway, they would give up an early touchdown and they'd be down after the first drive of the game, oftentimes. So they got a nice stop on defense there. The defense looked very good on that drive too.
Yeah, they did.
You know, pretty much every play was for loss. And then they just marched right downfield behind the passing of Danny Pierce. Pierce on that drive was 4 for 4 throwing the ball.
A lot of that to Conant, and then Conant capped it off.
Pierce to kick off for the Panthers.
So Panthers in front 7-0 now. 3:08 to go in the first quarter, and the kick is away.
Well, they tied him up.
Yep. Good return, though. It's going to get Waltham some pretty positive field position here to start their drive.
Landon Foster with the return. He's a dangerous guy. He's the speed guy on this team, it looks like.
And the Panthers really opened it up, throwing the ball a lot on that last drive. Let's see if Waltham opens up their offense a bit more here on this drive.
Yeah, it looked like Waltham was trying to throw the ball in that first drive. But they had that first play. They did a little rollout that was supposed to be a pass. They had a penalty, and then the wheels fell off in that first drive for Waltham. So let's see how this goes.
All right, trips to the near side.
Okay, they're going to run it that time.
Yeah.
Wes O'Connor.
Wes O'Connor, he's got all day down that sideline. Conant finally pushes him out of bounds, but a big play for the Hawks as they're looking to answer the Panthers. And they wasted no time putting themselves at the doorstep.
35-yard run there. And they're not stopping.
Up tempo, somebody moved early.
Yep.
And Waltham is convinced that it's the Panthers, and they are right.
So again, they had that long run. They just got right up on the line, not giving Beverly a chance to set themselves.
I'll tell you, Wes O'Connor is a big running back.
Big running back, 6'2". Well, they got him listed as 6'2". Where is he? 6 foot. 6 foot 200.
Okay.
Looks a little bit bigger than that.
He kind of do.
But again, he's the guy going to him again.
Hands off on the opposite way to O'Connor again. Connor making another man miss down that sideline. And right now, back-to-back plays. Panthers having no answer for the big running back, O'Connor.
Again, I said watch him on the defensive side of the ball. He seems to be the guy on offense right now.
Jack Constantine on the tackle for Beverly.
Not going to arm tackle him, that's for sure.
No.
Thick kid.
No, you're going to have to wrap him up.
It's built like a linebacker, though.
Yeah.
Only a sophomore.
As you mentioned, this is a very young Waltham team.
He's listed as a tight end on our sheet here. Tight end and linebacker. Getting to him again.
Up the middle with O'Connor, pushing in, and
Looked like he's in.
I thought he was in. They haven't signaled yet. They're going to rule him just short, it seems. Probably stopped basically at the 1.
Yeah. You know, Dom, I'm no football genius, but I think they might just give O'Connor the ball again.
Ah, you would think. You would think. I mean, Pete Carroll doesn't usually think that way, but I think most of us.
Tell you, if you don't, well, you got another big running back there in Chisari, so
yeah,
you might see it go behind one of those two.
They're going to bring him out in motion.
And they go to O'Connor.
Yep, there's O'Connor. Up the middle, bounces off a tackle, goes backwards into the end zone. No one needed to overthink that one.
Yeah, so while Beverly did it through the air, Waltham just grounded out over the course of about 4 or 5 plays there.
Yeah. Big run by O'Connor to start the drive, and from then on, it was just more O'Connor, more O'Connor. And the Hawks waste no time in answering the Panther score.
Well, if it ain't broke.
Yeah.
A little water bucket set up here. Let's see if they actually move everybody back over.
Well, we never know about everyone's kicking situation, so.
Yeah. Very seldom do you see a team actually run a play off of that.
No, I know.
But you always have to be ready for it. Last time I saw it, I think it was University of Oregon did it.
Yes, that seems like something Oregon would do.
Yeah, they did it a few weeks back. And the lead did not last very long.
No.
But if the Panthers can move the ball like they did, then they'll get the lead right back. So let's see what happens.
Indeed. Could we be in for a shootout today, Rich?
It's a beautiful day for a shootout. Although I got to say, you know, looking at the flag over there, it's pretty windy.
It is.
It's blowing across the field, so see how that affects the deep ball at least. Which actually makes that pass by Pierce, that out to Callahan, even more impressive. He was kind of throwing the ball into that wind.
And that wind has been pretty steady.
Yeah. Now, it's not as windy down on the field as up high where the flags are, but so the deep ball is going to be affected a little bit more because that gets caught up in that. Yeah. A ball like an out, maybe not so much. Now you can hear the wind on our cameras. That's the microphone on the cameras that you can hear. So Tim Hesse, Mark Lehman, our camera guys up there, you know, got to give them kudos for suffering through this brutal weather. Oh,
line drive literally right to him though, so he's going to get a decent return, and the Panthers going to start with the ball near midfield.
Elvis Heredia Perez, who had a few returns last week on similar kind of plays, being that up man,
Elvis Heredia Perez,
being able to get some return.
For Beverly.
You know, again, Dom, as I see the flag waving there, today is Veterans Day. I want to thank all the vets who've given up their service as we commemorate the armistice.
Pierce to throw. Boy, I thought that was early.
There was a lot, yeah.
That looked real early.
Yeah, it did.
Pierce pass was intended to
But, you know,
bang, 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 or bang,
bang. I think it was more bang, bang. But, you know, we've seen that in the NFL, by the way. I think that's one of the big reasons NFL scoring is down so much this year. DB play has gotten
kind of letting that go.
a bit more physical and just a bit smarter on all those quick throws. You realize you can get away with more because the play happens so fast.
Yeah, and you're not losing much if they call it a penalty. Ooh, nice
that looked like an awkward tackle again,
though.
though.
It did. Yeah, that was Noah Foy getting over there.
With the ball carrier.
Picked up 2 on that. Who was that? Floyd White?
Yep. Floyd White, sophomore, the man on the carry that time for the Panthers. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now. Beverly unable to be on schedule here so far with this drive, and brings some minutes starting along. Pierce navigates. Pierce throws. It's there for Conant. Conant's going to have to make people miss, and he's not going to be able to.
Gains about 5 on that.
Pierce pass is complete to Daniel Conant. Looks like they're right up midfield.
So Pierce, before that bang bang play there, had gone 5 for 5 to start the game. So he's now 6 for 7. And that's the end of the quarter.
Yeah. Quick quarter there. Not a lot of incompletions. One team was completing the ball, and the other one was just running it. So things go faster like that. Beverly in a bind here, though. 4th and 5. I'm guessing they're electing to punt to pin Waltham back.
Yeah, well, again, knowing that Danny Pierce is your punter, you know, you got to keep an eye out on that tight end slipping out.
Yeah, that door always open.
You know, the other thing is, you know, Pierce can run the ball. So you may see if they decide to fake it, catch it and just run right up the middle.
Yes.
You know, get the 5 yards. But a little hooked on a feeling there by the band. Song made famous by B.J. Thomas and the movie Guardians of the Galaxy for a new generation of people.
Oh. Is it the first Guardians of the Galaxy? Or is it all of them?
Yeah, no, I think it's been in all of them, actually.
I'm not a superhero movies guy. I don't know that guy.
Everybody's moving. They're going for it.
They are.
And
I am
puts
shocked.
his head down, and he got it.
Aggressive.
Yeah. Conan picks up 5, I'd say, on that. They had Waltham all out of sorts on that, too. Waltham was set for a punt, and Beverly came out in an offensive set. They had guys moving when the ball snapped.
That's what these kind of games are like sometimes.
Yeah.
You can just throw the kitchen sink out here.
Right. Playing for nothing but pride at this point.
Nothing but pride and trying to pick up an extra win.
Yeah.
Pierce to throw. Pierce
steps
looking.
Up, throws it.
Pierce throws, and he had a man open.
Yeah, Pierce
just overshot him.
He got hit as he threw it.
It also looked like Danny at one point lost handle on the football and had to readjust, and that made that throw a beat late.
You know, the other thing is kind of looked like the receiver hesitated a little bit. Danny was trying to call him downfield.
That was Jaden Santos, the intended target. And a missed opportunity right there for the Panthers, though, because that was there.
Yeah.
They bring Conan in motion. Danny going to keep it himself.
Run. Gets outside.
Danny gets to the outside and...
Oh,
oh.
Got buried.
He did get buried.
Danny Pierce with the carry.
Good job by the Waltham defense, because it did look like for a second there was going to be even a lot more room.
Yeah.
And they just came in and shut it down. But what, 4 yard?
Yeah, that was got 4 on that. Yeah, it was a good pursuit.
4-yard gain is going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Danny's got to work on that little juke move.
Yeah. A bit of an awkward finish to the run.
Yeah. He's not big enough yet to run through a guy.
Well,
so
was it a true juke, or did he get caught halfway between thinking he should just be conservative and go down, or try and make a move? Happens.
Straight give right there.
Yeah.
Trying to get outside. The pursuit's there.
Yeah, not going to be able to get to the outside.
And guess who made that tackle, Doug?
Wes O'Connor.
Wes O'Connor.
As you mentioned, he had, what, 20-something tackles in a game?
22, I think it was.
Wow.
And he's the guy who finished that other tackle that we saw. 21 tackles, 2 sacks, 7 for loss in the last game against Lexington.
Okay.
All right, so they're going to punt this time.
See, you say that, but no, I'm just kidding. They're going to punt.
I know.
Danny gets a punt off.
Gets it off, gets a roll, and inside the 15.
Nice. So good punt.
Punt for Beverly.
Talk about that no man's land. Can you really pick up a ton of field? But that time they picked up a decent amount, pinning them back inside that 15.
I like the punt to the side, too.
Oh, yeah.
As long as you don't shank it, right? But I like that. You prevent a return, and, you can pin a guy down. And there's less chance of it rolling into the end zone, too. I don't understand why the NFL kickers don't do the coffin corner thing. I mean, you think these guys are the ones who could do it. Instead, they all just hang it up.
I know.
So the ball gets fair caught at the 10-yard line.
Back on offense, bring that man in motion, hands it off to him. Which one is it?
Chisari.
Oh, Chisari.
He picked up 9, it looks like.
Yeah.
Adam Chisari with the carry.
Right now, the Hawks are just gashing Beverly with the run game.
Yeah, Chisari and O'Connor both just run downhill. Even when you tackle them, they pick up another 2 or 3 as they're tripping over you, falling to the ground. Low snap.
Handoff again, more room to the outside before he's pushed out of bounds, and it's a first down for the Hawks.
Wes O'Connor, the ball carrier.
Gain about 6 on that. So it was funny, as I said, I was expecting a lot more throwing the ball from Waltham today.
I know.
Oh, we got a penalty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bring that one back.
Penalty on someone, a big penalty.
Yeah, it's a holding penalty.
Holding against Waltham.
So that'll help Beverly a bit.
Yeah. That's huge, honestly.
Pitch to O'Connor.
Trying to get to the outside. O'Connor, someone's there in the backfield. There's the help.
That's a nice play right there.
The ball carrier, tackled by Junior De Los Santos.
De Los Santos. And
then Conan came to clean it up at the end.
And one of the things about that play is Conan held his edge out there. He took the block on. He wasn't going to make the tackle necessarily, but he forced the runner to go a little further out and gave his teammate a chance to come over and make the play. That's good cornerback play against the run. That's, as they teach, you got to stay out there and take on the blocker. And, Conan, a little size difference there.
Yeah.
Empty backfield. And look at it was low snap.
Yeah, he had to get a handle
He's
on it.
looking to throw it.
Looking
He's going to throw it deep.
Throws it up.
Turn and make
There's
a play. Ooh.
nothing there, and I thought there was a Beverly defender potentially there.
There were a couple guys just a few yards too far away from it.
Yeah.
Incomplete.
All right, so we're going to see another punt here. Who's back? Darius Moore back there.
Punt for Beverly.
Foy with the kick.
Yeah, punt is away. Darius Moore going to let it bounce, and it takes a good Beverly bounce and pretty much dies right there.
All right, so Beverly with decent field position now.
Beverly basically kind of having the ball where their drive stalled out last drive.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much all that happened was a few minutes ran off the clock.
Yep. So a good stop there by the Panther defense, and the Beverly offense back out here trying to once again retake the lead. Danny
Here's
moving.
rolling,
Danny going to throw it.
He's got a man.
He's got a man open.
Right
Right in stride.
Beautiful play right there. Wow. Nice pass by Danny Pierce.
Danny Pierce put that right in the breadbasket. Shane Callahan had gotten behind the defense, and Danny put it on the money.
But a 38-yard pass there. That was right on the money. Hit him right in stride, right in the hands.
Kind of looked like Danny fooled for a minute as if he was running, and then threw that pass. I wonder if that made somebody in the secondary freeze.
Probably sucked the safety up a little bit.
And Shane Callahan flew behind him.
Oh.
Now Danny to keeping himself, and that is not what they wanted.
Nope.
As he is slung down for a major loss.
Yeah.
Tackled by Wes O'Connor.
Actually, I think they only lost about 2 on that.
Okay, it looked worse.
It looked worse, yeah.
How about this passing game by Beverly here today, though?
Second and goal from the 7.
Yeah, Pierce 7 for 9 so far. Danny's over 100 yards passing.
Yeah. Hutton looks annoyed about something.
I know.
Danny fakes it. Danny to throw. Pressure in his face.
Gets rid of it.
Gets it up. And
you got a flag in the end zone.
But a flag, and it looks like they're going to get somebody in the secondary on a hold. No.
Oh, an eligible man downfield.
Yep.
Okay, and they decline it. I thought the flag was interference in the end zone.
I thought it was too. I mean, usually when you see it that late in that area, but no, it's an ineligible man downfield.
Penalty is declined, setting up third and goal from the 7.
So now a third and goal for Beverly from that 7. After the big play to Callahan, what was he tackled at, the 5?
Yeah,
4?
at about 5, just inside, I think. Okay, he's looking to throw.
Danny, the throw, guy coming back to it.
Gets a nice
tunnel screen, he's open.
Touchdown, Beverly.
And you could just see that play developing. Nobody in the middle of the field on the tunnel screen right there. And Shane Callahan takes it into the end zone, and the Panthers retake the lead.
So I'll tell you what, he caught that ball, and he had 2 guys. He had Junior De Los Santos and Connor LeCall both out there making the block, which allowed him to slip right in there. Yeah, we don't say enough about the offensive linemen. They did a nice job on that play.
Yeah.
Kick, it's good.
Kick is up, kick is good, and the Beverly Panthers, after getting the stop, as we mentioned, basically almost got a redo, right? They got the ball pretty much where the drive had stalled out before, and they make it count. Spearheaded by a big 38-yard pass and catch, Danny Pierce to Shane Callahan. And the Panthers back in front by a touchdown.
Yeah, Danny's over 100 passing so far. Eight for 11. 8 for 11, 108 yards so far.
All right.
Shane Callahan doing the heavy lifting on that drive as well. Scoring the touchdown. Oh, that's going to take a mouse.
A little squib kick taken by someone who's not probably used to returning.
I think that's Chisari.
Oh, no, that is Chisari.
So he's
Never
used to
mind.
running with the ball anyway.
Yeah. He's so big.
Well, if you take a look at the sidelines, Waltham doesn't have a big roster.
But their running backs are the physicality.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the number. I mean, they don't really have a very,
okay.
you know, you take a look over there and you get just as many kids on the sidelines as you do on the field for Waltham. They really don't have a big team. But, and talking about size, their 2 running backs, you know, are 2 of the bigger players on the team.
Mm-hmm. Panthers back on back defensively with a lead again. And the Hawks trying to answer again. They answered pretty quickly last time Beverly had jumped in front. Spearheaded by that man in the backfield, O'Connor, and he's going to get the first handoff here. And O'Connor slips two more tackles. O'Connor has all day. Conant's trying to catch him, and I don't think he's going to. He did
knocked
finally.
him out of bounds.
O'Connor at least did. Conant at least did catch up to him to push him out of bounds, but it's deja vu all over again.
52 yards, looks like.
Panthers take a lead, and immediately on the first play, the Hawks get a handoff to O'Connor and get a huge play.
Yeah, like you said, it was the last time the Panthers scored, the same thing, right? O'Connor took the ball and had a long run.
Mm-hmm.
That one was 35 yards. This one was 52. So.
I know. Sort of stacked wide receivers to our side. Handoff up the middle, plenty of room. He's going to get tackled shy, brought down at about the 3, maybe the 2, depends where they spot it.
Adam Chisari, the ball carrier.
Beverly running players
from the 2.
In and out.
Yep. Chisari was the ball carrier last time. Is that O'Connor next to him or Chisari again? Quarterback going to keep it himself, tries to go back the other way. That's not a good decision.
No, not at all.
And just
get behind the big running back.
I know.
Constantine in the backfield for the tackle for a loss for the Panthers.
Constantine seems like the man who usually makes big plays for the Panther defense, particularly tackles for losses. And once again, then that was Constantine. But I mean, just a mistake.
Yeah.
You're knocking on the door. You got to keep it north and south for the most part. Certainly don't want to cut it back across when you're that far behind the line of scrimmage.
At the very least, just fall down, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're not going to lose anything. He lost ball 5 when he pivoted, turned back the other way. Now they may have to throw the ball.
Indeed.
Well, maybe not.
Well, they are gashing them with a run game, so.
Moving, okay, they
swings him out.
Pass out to Chisari.
Out to Chisari. Chisari is getting in a place that I can't see because of that door, but it seems like they did bring him down. Ooh, and Chisari is not well.
Okay.
Well, he's getting up under his own power, it seems like, at least, though. So. As Rich goes to shut the storage door so we can see everything. Approaching the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter. Panthers up a touchdown. Hawks trying to answer just like they did the Panthers' first touchdown that gave them a lead. Knocking on the door right here. 4th down, though. Panthers taking a timeout to talk this over. Big moment. Big moment.
Yeah. Stop here for Beverly could really shift momentum.
Indeed. You'd think that momentum should be on the Panthers side substantially a couple of times, but as we've mentioned, it's only taken one play both times by Waltham to get a big play and basically just shift everything back towards their sidelines. But here's the chance for Beverly.
Thing is, if they get a stop, now they get their back right up against the wall.
That is true, but with only 3:58 to go and both teams not having thrown the ball, I mean, especially Waltham not throwing the ball down the field, it puts you in a decent position to make it so Waltham doesn't have much of a chance to answer.
All right, so you got O'Connor behind the quarterback.
Yeah, pistol set. 3 wide receivers stacked to the far side. They're going to hand it off. No, they're going to throw it instead, and that's not going to get there.
That ball get picked off? No. Did he catch it?
No, he didn't catch it.
Okay, it was incomplete.
But wow.
Cal McKay was there to make the play. He sniffed it out.
Waltham got cute there on the fourth and goal. Was that at the 1 too?
Yeah.
And now you see why they have 1 win.
It was sort of not quite the Patriots Seahawks, but similar idea.
Yeah, 2 big physical running backs. You've been gashing them, and
what do you think? A little play action pass, throw deep here?
I don't think so.
Nope, I guess not.
No.
They're still going.
He is still going.
Holding on to the ball. Nice job by Danny holding on to the ball there.
Yeah.
Pierce, the ball carrier.
All right, so we picked up about 5 on that.
Did he get tackled inbounds?
Yes.
Okay, good.
See, you gained about 5 yards on that.
Big stand by the Panther defense right there. Clock ticking now to the 3:20 mark.
Yeah, now they get a little breathing room too.
Yeah. A little bit more breathing room, as you said. With a first down, they can at least ensure that Waltham probably doesn't get the ball back with any time that would give them a chance to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, nice
on the ground,
cut
big hole opened up.
Nice cut by Santos there.
Santos.
The ball carrier. That's good for the Panthers' first down.
Boy, that hole opened up massive right away, and Santos accelerated right through it.
That's about 15 yards.
Yeah. Santos gashes him with a big 15 yards, and now Beverly, plenty of breathing room.
Yeah. Jaden had a couple plays like that last week where he just a 1 cut and a nice little burst of speed too. Going to Conant.
Conant.
Oh, nice job.
I know. Conant's getting to the outside. Conant.
That's a foot race.
It is, and it looks like he's going to win it. Down the sideline. No one is going to catch him. Daniel Conant and the Beverly Panthers.
Yards.
A 2-touchdown lead.
80 yards, no flags. Oh, there's a flag on the play, though. Bring it back.
There's a flag on the
As always, right?
I know. Maybe that's why that play ended up being as big as it was. Because I'll be honest, I didn't think it was. I mean, I thought it was going to be a positive play, but it didn't develop in a way that I thought he was about to break a huge run.
Yeah, I mean, he made one little juke, got himself outside, and like we said, Danny's one of the fastest kids out there, and he showed it. I mean, one guy had an angle on him, but he was able to just out sprint him.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to bring it back now.
Probably a hold, I'm guessing.
Yep, which makes it a 10-yard penalty, so now it's 1st and 20. All right, so I got to cross that off my little sheet.
Better than making 1st and 20 from the 10.
All right, so now 1st and 20. The ball on the 10, 2:20 to go. Hand off.
Right,
I tell you, they open up some good holes right now though, for the run game.
Jaden Santos, the ball carrier.
All right, so
I'm sure a big part of that is with the success that the Panthers have had throwing the football. Waltham taking a timeout as they're going to try and see if they can get themselves the ball back with some time to answer.
Now, 2nd and 11 though.
Yeah.
So if Beverly can break another play here, get a 1st down. Now they've got the timeouts.
Yeah.
They got to start thinking about them scoring. That was a nice run by Conan, though.
I know.
Maybe it was the block that set him free, but he did a nice job bouncing on the outside and just beating everybody down the line. Conan's been playing well the last couple of games. I mean, they haven't had the success as a team, but he's played really well the last couple of games, picking up after some of the other guys have gotten hurt.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it seems like he has found his role in this offense, and the coaching staff has found just how they want to use him as well.
All right, so Beverly, no need to huddle here and go right out to the offense. There goes Conan again.
Conan again, a bit more up the middle in a short game.
Timeout, Waltham.
Waltham taking another timeout. Clock sitting at just above 2 minutes.
When you get about 5 on that?
I think so, yeah. Yep, 3rd and 6.
When play resumes, it'll be 3rd down
So,
6.
What is he going to elect to do? Is he going to elect to go to the air to try to pick up the first down, or is he going to be satisfied with making Waltham at least use that timeout and then kick it?
My guess is he's going to try to get Danny out of the pocket a little bit. And then if he's got an wide open man, he can just dump it over or just turn and run. Or maybe take a shot downfield. Yeah, see what happens.
All right, 3rd and 6.
You got trips over there.
Waltham trying to get the ball back before half. Pierce to throw. Pierce is looking. Lets it loose. Dangerous pass. But he at least put it too high and too tall for the defense to be able to bring it in. That goes out of bounds. Clock stops at 1:57, and the Hawks will get the ball back.
All right, so Pierce will be back there to punt it.
Deep to receive for Waltham.
And that kick is off, fielded straight to the punt returner. That means he's got room.
Foster.
He's got blocks, and he's upended.
Down. All right. Down at the
That had danger written all over it, though.
Yeah, he didn't hang it up high enough to get his coverage guys down there.
No.
So the receiver, the punt returner had a lot of time to do something.
Waltham will start out 1st and 10 from the Beverly 38. Minute 33 left in the half.
Minute and a half. They got one timeout left?
Yep.
Well,
1:33 to go here in the first half. Hawks trying to even this game up. Handoff to O'Connor. The Panthers are there to stop that one dead in its tracks after only about a 3-yard gain.
that's surprising. O'Connor only gains 3 yards.
I know. That's what I mean. Clock is ticking.
Yep.
And get under the 110. Now they're going to have to throw.
Okay, he's looking to throw.
He's looking to throw. There's pressure on his face, and he falls down.
That really takes him out of
Yeah. That puts him back near midfield. That ball's at the 45.
Beverly might want to think about a timeout.
A little greedy, Rich.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to guess
Listen, they have thrown the ball well today, but
I'm going to guess Waltham's probably just going to hand it to O'Connor and hope he can break a long one.
I know.
3rd and 17. We're also risking interception here. Well, screen, running the screen. Oh,
it's picked off!
Is that
That's right, the Considine!
Oh,
And the quarterback undercuts him and takes him out.
Well, there's that interception I mentioned. Considine just sniffed it and read it and made a great play.
I know, and as we've mentioned, it seems like Jack Considine's the man who makes big plays for the Panthers on defense, big tackles for loss. I never imagined that they would run a screen and it would get picked off. Now with 26 seconds left, can the Panthers steal points? Pierce the throw.
Deep. He's got him. Oh, just missed Conan. Oh, Conan might have got hurt on that. The way the guy landed on top of him.
Oh, yes, he did. Yeah. That's not good.
Oh, he's hurt. Yep. Go get him out of there.
Yeah.
The guy landed right on top of him. That didn't look good.
Oh, no.
The coverage was there. That was going to be a tough pass to drop in there.
I'm hoping because he's at least walking all on his own without help, it's just a stinger.
Well, he's not going. No, he's not going to the trainer. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, 21 seconds
so Floyd
in
White
which the Panthers to work.
Yep.
Still trying to gather myself. I cannot believe that happened.
Timeout Black.
Beverly taking the timeout.
Now you run the trips there. What I'm looking at, I don't know about the guys up above. You run a seam route with Jack Considine down the middle.
Oh, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
You run your trips over to the left and you just slip him right down.
I like that idea a lot. Especially if Conant will be sidelined here for the rest of the this drive. Might as well go to the other big man, big play guy.
But you give it, you do the fake handoff to pull guys up.
Yeah. Although I don't know, should anyone really be suckered into a handoff right now?
You never know.
I mean, Beverly does have timeouts.
So now they're going with the different.
Panthers do have timeouts, though. All right, as you mentioned, two wide receivers to both sides. Pierce to throw. Pierce lets it go. That ball is caught. Nice toe tap there to keep him inbound.
Didn't gain much.
No.
Gained, I actually gained more than I thought.
Yeah.
Gained 5, 4, 5. He gained 5 on that.
Yeah. Quick 5-yard out to Liam Timpone. Good job by Timpone getting both feet down in bounds.
Only need one in high school, but gotta practice getting both down.
Gonna be 3rd and 5, 18 seconds remaining.
Don't know if they're gonna be kicking a field goal today, so.
I doubt it. All right. 18 seconds. Pierce to throw. Pierce looks.
Oh, he's going to run.
Plays breaking down. Lets it go. Got the man in the middle of the field.
Considine.
Clock is ticking. 10 seconds and a timeout called by the Panthers as he found Jack Considine.
13 yards.
I tell you, man, right now, Danny Pierce looks so good and so poised at quarterback. He's surveying the field. He's seeing everything.
Yeah, he's not playing like a sophomore.
No.
He seems to be pretty confident out there.
He's playing like someone who's been playing in an offense that's used to throwing more.
Yeah.
He's going through his progressions right now. I've seen him look multiple ways.
Yeah, that play right there, you could see it. The play he wanted wasn't there, and he just waited, and then Considine came open.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 14 passes so far in this half. 11 for 14. And one of those was at least a throwaway, pretty much.
All right, 10 seconds in which to work. Danny
going Considine,
throws it up.
Considine
up, he's out of bounds, he's out.
Oh, wait, okay. The receiver, the defender actually caught the ball, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Jack Considine is incomplete.
All right, 4 seconds, so we got one last play. Nice play there. I think that was Foster.
It was.
Coverage.
Oh, they're going to kick it.
Okay. Well, you got Pierce, and it's pretty much the same offense that you had there.
All right. Beverly will elect to try and get 3 here. Kick is up.
And it's going to be no good. No. Just missed it.
That one is no good.
A lot of talking going on there.
I know. And the clock will hit the 000s, and we'll go into halftime with the Panthers in front right now, 14-7. 14 points to match also the, actually, no, you're right. Sorry, it's 15 pass attempts now. It's not 14 pass.
15 pass attempts,
But 15 pass attempts as the Beverly Panthers coming out here like SMU Houston throwing the ball all over the field, and they got themselves a 7-point lead. And Rich, as you're doing the stats there, what have we seen there in that first half?
Danny Pierce throwing the ball pretty well. Daniel Conan doing a nice job running and catching. You got Callahan with 3 catches, Conan with 3. You got 4 guys who've caught passes. Waltham using those big running backs. You know, Beverly had that big stop. Interesting play call.
Yeah.
You say thank you.
Yes.
But the Panthers got the lead for the first time going into halftime that they've had all year. Their offense has been playing well. They've avoided, for the most part, those
big
mistakes. You know, no penalties. They did have 1 fumble. It did hurt them, but for the most part, they've been able to avoid those mistakes. Offensive line's playing very well right now, opening up some holes, protecting the quarterback pretty well. So Panthers looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, indeed. All right, with that, we'll take you to halftime here. We'll get you out to the second half in just a few. 14-7, Panthers up right now. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are live here on the campus at Herd Stadium. Rich, you got to turn down the volume a little bit. This is a bit much right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's a bit much. But I tell you what else is a bit much. The Beverly offense today, throwing the football. 15 pass attempts by Danny Pierce. You have him at completing, what, 11 for how many yards?
128 yards.
128 yards. Panthers airing it out today, and they have themselves a 14-7 lead here as we get ready to kick off this second half. Kick is off.
Nice kick.
That line drive kind of dies.
Fake the reverse.
Fakes the reverse the other
Beverly
way. Trying to find some room. Turn on the Jets.
Blocks, and we're going to get a flag on the play, behind the play. That's most likely an illegal block of some sort on Waltham. It'll be a hold, I think. So on the other side of the ball, Waltham's led by Wes O'Connor, who we were talking about as a defensive standout. He's got 116 yards or so rushing. As you said, about 80 plus on 2 runs.
Yes, he's popped 2 big runs both times right after the Panthers had scored.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, the first time Waltham was able to cap off that drive with a touchdown, the second time the Panthers made a goal line stand, and that's why the score is what it is right now at 14-7. Waltham did answer with sort of a red zone stand of their own
quick pass
to finish the second half.
And he's going to be tackled.
That's a great job by.
And that was I think it was Cal McKay, but I can't tell.
And it looked like
yes, that was Cal McKay. Sniffed that out.
And it looked like
making the original tackle.
Yeah, it kind of looked like McKay was going to miss the tackle too, but he was able to hold on at the end there.
So that's the first completed pass by Waltham.
Wow.
For a loss of about almost 5, a loss of 4.
Ooh.
Beverly looking blitz. They got people moving.
Yep.
Let's see who moved. Did they get? Yep,
they
got Waltham to move.
They got the Hawks to move instead, and that'll back Waltham up more.
Ball start against Waltham.
2nd and 18.
What has been the Hawks' problem today on offense? Seems like a lot of self-inflicted stuff.
Yeah.
Penalties at bad times, questionable play calling on the 4th and 1 from the goal line.
And he's going to run.
Now he's going to get outside the pocket and going to run.
Throw, not going to run it. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Tiptoes out of bounds. Hard to see exactly where he went out of bounds.
Yeah. All right, so gained about, let's see. Looks like he gained about 10 on. Yeah. Yep, 3rd and 8. So we're getting about 10 on that.
It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Big play coming up here.
Yeah, so
Panthers
early on here in the second half, a 3rd and 8 the Hawks are faced with, backed up deep in their own territory. Chance for Beverly to early on put themselves in a place to win the field position battle. But it's going to be a trick play. He's got a man open, but he could not.
He just missed him.
He could not locate the ball, though.
Yeah, that was McCullough, who we had said earlier had been playing quarterback, and he had thrown a play like that in one of their previous games.
And that time, Noah Foy was the intended target. And I tell you, he did have him, but Joseph kind of put it over the wrong shoulder, and Noah could not locate the football.
And McCullough showing his arm strength on that.
Yeah.
Throwing the ball pretty far on the run. McCullough's a senior. So, and he's kind of one of those guys who can play a lot of different positions. All right, they're yelling to stop the clock.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a problem with that. There's a problem with the clock. Yes, we know there's a problem with the clock.
Yeah, but the clock is not stopping.
But it's not the clock operator. It's the clock itself.
Yeah, he is well aware that the clock is supposed to be stopping, and he can't get it to stop.
And you know the referees keep the time on the field anyway, so
yeah,
we can always go back and fix it. People may just need to relax.
The clock has been frozen in the position of running. The kick is away.
Up and got to get out of the way. Nice.
Jeez, that was so close.
Yeah.
Nearly a disaster, and it really wouldn't have been the poor kid's fault.
All right, so the clock is still running, and there's nothing we can do here in the box.
So at this point, it might be up to the referees to just keep the time on the field.
All right, referee coming over. All right, so the referee has you can see the referee down there looking at his watch. He's tracking the time.
All right, so Panthers back on offense. Run up the middle with Santos, and he's just grabs him by that shoulder pad. And boy, I tell you, it's a good thing that for the Waltham that he was able to at least grab that shoulder pad, because Santos had a lot of running room in front of him.
And he only gained about
4,
2, 3, I think.
I think 3.
Oh man, the clock has stopped.
All right. I think we're getting the clock back under control.
All right, so we'll have to find out from the referees.
Yeah, you're going to have to get the time by the refs.
Oh, little reverse.
Little reverse to Conant. And by the way, let's talk about Conant. Conant was a big factor in the Panthers' offensive success there on that first half, wasn't he, Rich?
Yes, he was. Had 4 catches for about 40 yards. 3rd down. Had 5 rushes for 30 yards. And then he also had that big 50-plus yarder called back.
Yep.
850. 3rd down.
All right, so 3rd down now for the Panthers in Waltham territory.
Like 3rd and 3, looks like.
8:40 so far. Clock up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles. It's a 1st down and a heck of a lot more for Jaden Santos. And I tell you, the Panther O-line starting to lean on them, opening up nice holes. And, you know, a lot of that because of the passing game they were able to establish early on, probably.
Santos getting a convoy on
now
front
Santos trying to get to the outside, spins off a tackle and picks up some nice positive yardage. Panther offense in a nice rhythm right now.
Panthers going no huddle here.
All right, so I tell you, inside, outside, staying on schedule.
Yeah. Santos.
Santos cuts it back
Keeping
towards
it positive,
the middle.
though.
I like that you mentioned that because it seemed like a very good decision and good run by Santos, even though it's an underwhelming gain.
Yeah, it was meant to go outside, but there was nothing there.
No. So as we said, stay on schedule.
Yeah.
I see that, though.
Gained about 3 on that. So
keep things positive.
Attention, Peter Calento from Waltham. You need to move your vehicle. You're blocking a public works truck.
How do they know the guy's name?
I know. How do they know the guy? Oh, wait, no, he's an officer. He can look up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Conan trying to bounce it out. Can't break
Conan gets off that tackle. I thought he was dead to rights, but unfortunately, it really didn't matter as Waltham was able to gather to the football.
So I think he gained a couple, though.
Maybe about a yard. So it's going to make this 4th and short.
4th and 4, it looks like. That's not.
Oh, 4? Okay, I thought it was a little bit shorter than that. I thought it was going to be 3 or 2.
No, ball's at about the.
Okay. 4th and 4. What are they going to elect to do? They've run the ball extremely well here as this game has moved on, but they've thrown the ball with some success. You can get Danny outside. They're going to have Danny throw. He gets away from a tackler.
He's got a chance to run.
Reading things.
Oh, he's got him open. Wide
back
open.
to the middle of the field. Makes a man miss. Santos alone. Touchdown, Jaden Santos. Danny Pierce outside the pocket, directing traffic like he's Caleb Williams making a play. And eventually found Santos back towards the middle of the field and got it.
But a 27-yard touchdown pass. Danny Pierce just showing great patience, waiting, and then out of nowhere, you could see where, from our vantage point, you could see Santos just put his hand up flag, and Danny saw it, hit him with the pass, and then Jaden did the rest.
I like that you use that word patience. He has been so calm today when the play has broken down or he's gotten outside of the pocket.
Yeah, did a really nice job on that.
Avoided a rusher right there, too.
Yep. Yeah, he did a nice job. The guy was bearing down right on him, and rather than just throw it away, he just kind of gave him a little fake, got to the outside, and waited. He had room to run. He probably could have run for the first down, but he let the play develop. He got it, he's looking in one direction. It wasn't there, and like you had said, he's gone through his progressions pretty well. That's not there, that's not there. Now I got a guy who's open. He did a really nice job on that.
Yeah.
This may be the coming out party for Danny Pierce. We've seen him for the past couple, but we've seen him progress, getting better and better.
And again, for anyone who hasn't been following all season or is just not aware, we've talked about so many guys have been pressed into action that they probably did not see themselves being in so much at the start of the year. Danny, one of those. He was not the starting quarterback of this team to start the year. It was Kessel.
Yeah, and he came in because Kessel got injured.
Yes.
And a little fumbled it. Oh, stop.
Regains himself, trying to find some room. Stiff arms one, but he's going to get tackled by a host of Panther defenders.
And one of the things I want to talk about Brian Kessel, if you watch him, he's out of the game. He's not playing, but he's on the sidelines and he's helping his teammates out. You see him talking with guys. He's listening in on the play calls. He's kind of, helping out. You can see him right now grabbing the football so that his team has the ball that they want. And you watch him, and he's acting like a captain. It's been a tough season, but he's helping out the younger guys, getting them ready for next year.
6:20 to go. Panthers a 2-touchdown lead now. Waltham, the Hawks, needing to answer with something. And look at the Panther defense. Stopping O'Connor cold in his tracks.
Oh, we got a flag on the play.
Oh, no, some extracurricular activity.
I think that's either going to be on Waltham or it's going to be on 2 players. Because there was a little bit going on between Herring and one of the Waltham players.
Okay.
The way he's looking, looks like he's going to march it off against Waltham.
Okay.
Get a personal foul.
So that'll be against the Hawks.
A personal foul against Waltham.
So they had stopped O'Connor for nothing there. And that's an after the play call. So it's going to be 2nd and 25.
Yeah. And that's exactly what Waltham did not need. Behind the 8 ball here now, down 2 scores, approaching 5 minutes now to go in the 3rd quarter. and now finding themselves on a 2nd and 25.
I didn't see who made the initial hit on O'Connor, but then it was a swarm of Panthers that just got on top. Low snap, looking to throw
And the throw, and just nothing there. Couldn't get it there.
Yeah, the low snap kind of threw off all the timing on that play. He was kind of throwing it off his back foot there. You know, Don, we talk about the spread as that passing offense, but Waltham uses it more as what it seems as a running offense.
Yeah.
Which you do see a lot of teams do that.
Yes.
3rd and 25. A draw, maybe. Well, trying to get him to jump again. See if they change the play call. No. Okay,
Showing pressure.
Now they're not blitzing. They're throwing deep.
Lets it go. He's got a man open and just incomplete. And for the 2nd time here in the 3rd quarter, Waltham has had a chance on a big passing play down the field and has just missed by that much.
Yeah, that was Landon Foster, who we said at the beginning of the game is the speed guy on that team, and he did have a step on the defender. But I think the quarterback was kind of forced to throw that a little quicker than he had wanted to, so he couldn't get the ball under him. You know, get air under the ball.
Yeah, no, and once again, kind of over the wrong shoulder again. And the punt is away. It is not a long one, but it is going to take a Waltham bounce and continue to bounce. And right at about the 40 or 41.
Yeah, that was Darius Moore. Smart play by Darius, just staying away. Yeah, it's at the 41-yard line. So the Panthers looking to tack another one on, giving him a little bit more breathing room. 14-point game still can go any way.
Oh, indeed. Danny looking to throw. Danny outside the pocket. Danny's just going to throw it out of bounds.
He had a guy there, so that's a smart play.
He's also outside the pocket, too.
You know, he was looking for something downfield, but it wasn't there. So he just dumped it off. Again, there's that bit of maturity that we talked about.
And that's smart. That's what you got to do. So far, Waltham has not really been able to connect on anything down the field, throwing the football. You have a 2-touchdown lead. And turnovers have been the bugaboo for you all year. So let's take care of the football. And Danny did exactly that. Danny has consistently made the right decisions today.
There's a reverse to Conan.
Reverse to Conan.
Pierce making a block.
Danny making a block. Conan has room.
Timpone had the block.
Oh, he gets stuck right there.
Only gains about a yard on that.
Daniel Conan's the ball carrier.
So it was a lot to gain a yard.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. Yeah, I think he gained 2 on that. Yeah, I think he gained 2 on that. We'll give Danny an extra yard on that for the effort.
So that'll make it 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 now.
And we'll see what they elect to go with here. Danny straight back drop.
Screen.
To Considine. Shakes off a tackle and gets himself pretty close.
He was stumbling there, so he really couldn't get a head of steam going. Gained about 5 on that.
Now, how do you feel about going for it here? I don't know. I think I'd want to continue to pin them back and win the field position battle.
I think maybe they're going to try to draw him offside.
Maybe.
Go hard.
I think they might be looking to be aggressive, and I get it at this point. You know.
Yeah.
We've talked about you throw the kitchen sink at them in this game.
Yep.
But man, your defense has done a good job of stifling things here.
You go hard count though, maybe. You got the defense creeping up.
No, they're gonna go for it,
and he's not gonna get it.
He didn't make it.
Oh well, depends on the spot.
Oh.
Okay, now if you look at where the referees are.
What a spot!
Very good spot for Beverly on that play.
I did not think he had made that.
Either. So we'll probably get a measurement here. If you're Waltham, you ask for the measurement. I really think Beverly got a generous spot on that one.
I think they did too.
And that's right where we're lined up, Dom.
Oh,
We kind of saw that. Wow, that was a really good spot for Beverly. I'd say maybe at least a half a yard, if not a full yard.
I know.
Definitely before the hash is where that should have been, the spot.
Oh, man, the
It's a
all-important
huge
measurement.
play right there, yeah. And they got it by the length of a football.
First down, Panthers.
I actually would have said, from my vantage point, that would have been short by the length of a football.
I thought so, too.
So 2 footballs with the generosity there.
Panthers steal a first down there.
Yeah.
You know what? We talked about this the last couple of things.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of problems. They've turned the ball over and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They've also had a million bounces.
The screen to Santos.
I know.
Oh, too many guys there.
They've also had a million bounces, it seems, not go their way ever in some of these games.
I agree.
like every loose football, they always lose.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of deserve a bit of a break there. Okay, so we got 2nd and 12, it looks like.
Yep. 2nd and 12.
Second down and 12.
Ball a yard shy from midfield. Up the middle with Santos.
Breaks
Santos.
a few, gets back. Oh, fumbled it.
Oh, no.
And Waltham calling for the ball. And, yep, Waltham
got it.
the ball. So he had gotten the original 2.
Just what Beverly did not want right there, a turnover to breathe new life now into this Hawks offense. I almost did it. I almost said Warhawks. So close.
I know Dom's on a campaign to change the Waltham name to the Waltham Warhawks.
Yeah, your name's already Waltham. Let's just make it 2 W's.
Yeah, right. Could make for a really cool logo.
I
W
know.
into a bird.
Right?
The fans could do the little,
Yeah.
like that, a little hand signal they could do with it and everything.
Hand
There's
off.
Chisari.
Chisari bounces it to the outside, and Chisari's got a first down and more.
About 13 on that. So Chisari had run for over 100 last week. That was only his 5th carry of the day.
Yeah, it's been mostly O'Connor. Ooh, low snap, had to
Still
gather it,
gets
hands off to O'Connor.
Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, carrying a couple guys.
But Wes doing what it seems like he does best, and that's just bouncing off tackles. Big boy.
Yeah. He gained about 6
I know,
on
yeah.
that. I think he gained about 6, so we got 2nd and 4, it looks like. Yeah, the low snap actually kind of helped Beverly, because if O'Connor gets gets momentum moving downhill, he's an awfully hard to tackle. And we saw he did break a tackle there earlier.
2nd and 4.
Panthers showing blitz here. Not
Below
necessarily going to do it, though.
Below the minute and a half mark now here in the third
Little
quarter.
option
Little
there.
option.
Oh, nice block
Little speed
there.
option with the pitch.
Oh, that's a hold.
I know.
You got to throw a flag in. They got it. They got the flag.
They did?
Yeah, that was
okay, cool.
pretty obvious right there. Callahan trying to hold his edge. The guy had his arm wrapped around him and then took him down. I don't know if it was the original arm around or the tackle, but that'll come back.
Holding against Waltham.
Now that's a spot foul. So they'll move that back 10 yards. And so that was a carry of about, it was about a 10-yard carry almost. But
Yeah.
so they gained 2 on that.
So 2nd and 2.
So how's that going down as a stat? Is that a 2-yard run or is that a?
Second down.
I am not a
run.
statistician of football. I do not
I think
know.
it's a 12-yard run and then they bring it back.
Yeah. All right,
Looking to
now
throw.
he's looking to throw. He's got a man wide open, and this time they hit it.
He held on to it.
Into the end zone, touchdown, and that is Landon Foster.
The pass is complete.
And the Hawks had just missed on some of those throws twice here in the third quarter. And now, as the third quarter comes to an end, Waltham connects finally on one. Once again to Landon Foster, and this time it's a touchdown.
Interestingly enough, that's the first completed pass for positive yards that Waltham had today. The other was that -4 yard pass that they had earlier in the half.
Could not have come at a better time there.
Yeah.
As the third quarter was starting to wind down.
Yeah, they've been picking on that side.
Yes, they have. And Dane connects with Landon Foster. Kick is no good.
Yeah. It was a high snap.
That's big.
McCulloch put it down, but they couldn't get the ball just high enough.
No.
So that makes it an 8-point lead instead of 7.
Yeah.
All right, Beverly's got to kind of turn this thing back around, get back in the end zone here.
Yeah.
45 seconds left.
So 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Warhawks just getting a touchdown there as their quarterback Dane connected with Landon Foster.
You know,
but they
Dom,
missed the extra point, as you mentioned, so it's an 8-point game.
Yeah, with a little break here, want to pass our condolences off to the family of Russell Rollins. Rollins is a longtime pillar in the Beverly community, involved in all aspects of Beverly community, civically, on city council. He's in the Beverly High School Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame. Those of you who have been following Beverly sports for a while have probably seen his son, Mike Rollins, who has been doing sports photography for a number of years now. He's down there taking pictures all the time. So we want to pass our condolences to the Rollins family. We know that they've been big fans of Beverly Panthers football and all the Beverly sports.
Line drive kick right to him.
Grabs it.
And he's able to grab it.
Heredia Perez still going.
Perez.
Hold on to the ball now.
I know.
Hold on.
Once again, though, Panthers going to have some nice field position to start with, though, as this ball is pretty much at the 45.
Yeah, the Panthers have done their best offense doing the no huddle.
Yep.
I've noticed. So, you know, let's see if they come back out in the no huddle, kind of leave Waltham off balance that way.
All right, 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Both teams have scored a touchdown. Panthers trying to regain that tight grip of control that it looked like they had early in the third quarter.
Santos for about a 1-yard gain.
Santos up the middle on a short gain, just 1 yard.
Now, if you notice that during that play, the kicker came out to get the tee. And was running off the field, which actually gave Waltham 12 players on the field, but he wasn't actually making a play. So, you know, they could have, I think the referees were kind of like, okay, this guy's just out of the play. He's just grabbing a tee off the field. And that's going to end the quarter there.
Yep. Beverly will let that clock run down, and that will put an end to the third quarter. Kind of an action-packed third quarter, as we said, both teams getting in the end zone. Waltham doing it with just 45 seconds remaining in the third, so they did it late, missing the extra point, though, which always could be big in a close game like this when you're going to have to go for 2 if you get a touchdown. But right now, 21-13 the score. Panthers with the ball at the 40, well, I guess the 46 now. But.
Yeah. So with a little time here, let's we can do a quick recap of the tournament play and what the rest of the Northeastern Conference is doing. In Division 2, Peabody, number 4 Peabody was toppled by number 5 Barnstable, 13-9 last night. These are all games from last night. Number 14 Marblehead's Cinderella run ended with a loss to Grafton, 17-6. Danvers in Division 5 beat Dedham, 10-0. In Division 6 action, number 3 Salem crushed Cardinal Spellman, 55-0. That was an interesting game. Albert Pujols, Corey Grimes, Devontae Ozuna, Quinn Rocco Ryan, the 4 names. Yes, Albert Pujols. The 4 names that you hear from Salem that will be saying an awful lot on Thanksgiving, Dom, all had big plays.
Yep. Danny to keep it himself.
Pierce
Danny bounces it to the outside. Great run
Turns
by
the corner,
Danny.
and he's dragged down. Not going to give him a horse collar, I guess.
We've seen a number of those today.
Yeah. All right, so we gained about, let's see.
But a good run by Danny there. Good positive run. That makes this a 3rd and
3. Yeah, so we gained about 6 on that.
And also crosses into Waltham territory.
Yeah. The most interesting play about that Salem game was a punt return by Azuna. Returned about 40 yards, and as he was getting tackled, he pitched the ball back to Quinn Rock Orion, who ran it in for like another 25 yards for a touchdown. So they've got some pretty good athletes on that team, and we're going to be seeing them on Thanksgiving. So it'll be kind of interesting. All right, so we got 3rd and 3, giving it to Santos.
Santos stopped trying to push, but he's not going to make it.
Yeah, he gained about a yard on that, so he's going to make it 4th and 2.
4th and 2, and it'll be a decision time once again for Hutton. He elected to go for it on a 4th down, just the drive before this in similar field position. And I think he's going to do it again.
So Santos has about 60 yards rushing on the day. All right, so let's see.
Jeff taking his time. What would you elect to do here? We go in Santos. You want Danny to keep it himself? Conan?
Like I said earlier, I like to see Pierce get outside the pocket and give him the opportunity to run or pass. I'm going to give it to Conan, and he's going to get stopped.
That's not going to make it.
Oh, actually, he gained.
No, he didn't make it.
He did get forward, but he didn't gain enough.
And Waltham with a 4th down stop, and they will get the ball back. 10:15 to go here in the 4th. Panthers trying to hold on.
And the momentum has definitely shifted now.
Oh, it has. It is entirely on that Hawks sideline.
You know, Dom, in the other conference action, Swampscott beat St. Mary's, Masco lost to Reading, and Gloucester lost to Revere, who we saw last week.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Surprising. Revere looks like a team that is playing well now. Towards the end of the season. All right, so you're going to watch out for Foster here, but you still got Wes O'Connor to worry about.
Waltham with a chance to tie this game now. There's O'Connor bouncing into the outside. O'Connor runs by another tackle, but it does force him out of bounds. But it's a good chunk yardage.
Gained 12 on that.
It's about a 12-yard run by O'Connor, and Waltham starting on the right foot on this drive.
You know, O'Connor's one of those big guys, so you expect him to run between the tackles, but he's had his big runs have all come outside.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. Everybody but the receivers huddle. They're like, you guys don't worry about it. We'll maybe get the ball to you, but we're going to keep it between these guys. Ooh, bobbled it. Okay.
I know.
Keep him inside. That's where you want to keep him.
Right? This time the Panther defense bottles up O'Connor for a short gain, about a yard.
I think he might have gained.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, depends on the spot. Yeah, 2 yards. Again, he had 116 in the first half. He's had 5 carries this half for about 32 yards. So they got Chisarian back there.
We have not seen him a ton really today. Only a couple of times.
Throw it deep. They're throwing deep again, and he's got him.
He's got him in stride. Oh no! And the Waltham passing attack has opened up here now in the second half. Back-to-back big plays, and there's a man down for the Panthers secondary as well.
Yeah, I think that's Daniel Conan who went down.
That's not good.
And that was Foster again. So he's got a 32-yard touchdown and a 40-yard touchdown.
And Conant is not looking like he's in great shape right now.
Initially went down, looked like he was grabbing a hamstring or something. Okay, so it's a 2-point game. I'm going to guess they're going to go for 2.
But for the second time in just as many drives, Foster has gashed the Panther defense over the top. And as we mentioned, they did 2 throws before that, too, early in the third quarter, and both just barely missed.
Yeah, it looks like the Panthers have gotten caught a couple times looking in the backfield.
Though if Conant was in coverage and now he's hurt, I don't know if something happened like that.
Well, remember, he had gone down earlier in the game. So I wonder if that's the same injury.
When he went down before, though, it was because the guy landed on top of him.
Yeah. But he was limping like it was an injury.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going with a interesting lineup here.
From away from us, they're going to have all that stacked wide receivers in front of them.
And they're going to run
it straight up the middle, and he's got it. And so we have a tie ball game now, 9:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Beverly, early on in the second half, had built it out to a 2-touchdown lead. But the Hawks have come storming back-to-back touchdown drives.
Yeah. So with the 5 receivers over there, they pulled the linebackers over a little bit, left an open spot for the quarterback to just run.
Now the Panther offense going to have to kick it back in gear on a now gotta have it seems like, drive.
Yeah, and the Panthers offense has kind of stalled a little bit in their last 2 drives, which has pretty much allowed Waltham to jump right back into it.
Yep. Let's see if Beverly will elect to open it up once again, though, a little bit more here offensively.
You also have to credit Waltham's defense for tightening up a lot.
Yes, they have. They got a turnover, a fumble on not the last possession, but the one before that, and then last possession simply just stopped Beverly cold on a 4th and 2.
Got a flag on Waltham here, so that'll move him back 5 yards. See what that call was. Not going to see the call?
I guess not.
Okay. All right, extra 5 yards can be pretty big on a kickoff, though.
Line drive, fielded.
Okay. Santos
trying to get to the outside. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him, but he kind of just fell down on his own. But once again, across that 45, and the Panthers have consistently, at least here in the second half, had very good field position.
Great sportsmanship by number 62 there. Helping Santos up. Alex Flores getting over there and pretty much picking him up, not just a little. Oh, well.
My coffee is no longer a hand warmer.
Pierce trying to get outside, and he doesn't, and he stopped. No gain.
Danny Pierce with the keeper on first down.
Danny's mobile, and Danny's done a good job extending some plays.
Yeah.
Straight running in the open field, though, he can look a bit awkward.
Yeah, like I said, he needs to learn that juke, you know, and he hasn't figured that part out yet. That's all right. He'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah, he'll get there. He'll get there.
Do a little training, loosen those hips a little.
I'd like to see them start to go back to the air a little bit, though. I mean, he was 11 of 15 in the first half. Threw the ball very successfully. Connected with Callahan on a big one.
He's throwing there. There you go.
Yeah, Danny to throw. Okay. Things collapsing around him. Danny outside the pocket again. Consistently, when Danny Pierce has gone outside the pocket today, good things have happened. And Danny, keeping his eyes downfield while avoiding rushers, finds Jack Constantine and it's a first down for the Panthers.
And that pass there is kind of like the touchdown he threw to Santos. He scrambled to his left, kind of waited, looked, saw, threw across his body to a wide open man. It's not a dangerous pass throwing across your body on a play like that.
Yeah.
It's not like Mac Jones against the Cowboys.
Oh, my gosh. Danny throws dangerous that time as it was tipped up into the air.
Yeah.
Falls harmlessly to the ground. But, oh, yes.
Unfortunately, Ray Kwiatek was wide open on that
know.
play. If he had just gotten the ball slightly higher, Kwiatek had a lot of room to run.
Glad you mentioned that Mac one. That's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Ever. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, so he's got two running backs there. He's going to give it to Santos.
Santos weaving his way through. Santos, a nice chunk of yardage right there.
Santos, the ball carrier.
Santos, about a 5-yard carry there. Going to make it third and 5?
Yeah, 3rd and 5.
5-yard runs to make it 3rd down and 5.
As we've said, it's obviously 4-down territory if they don't get it here.
Which would make you inclined to think they'll go to the ground, but Danny's been so good passing the ball today, and Danny going to keep it himself. Danny's got it.
Great fake.
Nice run that time by Danny.
That was a great fake by both Pierce and Gregory White.
I know.
First down.
Beverly first down, moving the chains for the second time here on this drive.
Yeah, that was a really nice fake. Trying to figure out who had the ball on that.
I thought they were screwed, and I was like, oh, wait, no, he has on the ball.
Clock still running. This might come down to who has the last possession.
It could. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah,
still got to cap off this drive. Danny to throw. Danny with time,
there.
directing traffic.
And, he couldn't hold on to it. The ball was there.
I have been so impressed with Danny throwing the football today, though.
22 passes.
That was not the easiest throw in the world. He put some very nice touch on that ball, got it over the defender in a place where only his receiver can make a play, and he nearly came down with it.
2nd and 10. Pierce has thrown 22 passes today.
Wow.
You don't see that very often with the Beverly football team.
No. Especially running a wing T.
Well, they really haven't been doing the wing T.
Oh, not that time for Danny.
Nope.
It's a pass.
Yeah,
the
it's a
only
pass.
Unfortunate thing is that intentional grounding?
I don't think so, because they might say he was, as he was being brought down. But they're marking it. Okay, no, that's incomplete.
Okay.
Incomplete pass is going to make it 3rd down and 10.
All right, 3rd and 10 now after back-to-back incompletions.
Thing is, he's
the pressure came right in Danny's face that time. There was nothing really he could do about that.
incomplete in his last 3 passes. After that one to Considine.
Danny back to throw. Danny lets
nice
it rip over the middle of the field.
Jeez,
is that Considine again?
No, that was Timpone.
That was Timpone.
Oh,
Incomplete.
he dropped it.
Oh.
I think he started to run without it. I think he dropped it. He had it in his hands, but he must have bobbled it. That was a nice pass, too.
Pass ruled incomplete, so they got 4th down and 10.
Oh, that hurts.
Because that's a 1st down, and that's a really nice pass by Danny, too. It was a little behind the receiver, but it was there.
Danny really ripped that thing in there.
You know, we talk about the incompletions that Pierce has, but actually a number of those incompletions were balls that were to the receivers.
I know.
They just couldn't haul it in.
Danny
Step
with
back.
time.
He's got a man.
Lets it rip. That one's caught.
Down.
1st down.
15-yard pass.
And it doesn't matter. 4th and long, drops here, drops there. Danny next play. Got to make a play, got to have it. And Pierce is making it happen.
25th pass of the day for Danny Pierce. Obviously, a lot more completions in the first half, but
Yeah.
all right. So, 1st and 10, inside the 20, inside the 10. Nope. Pierce going to keep it, and he gets nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, a loss of a yard.
I'll tell you one thing, though. They were starting to really seem like they were starting to lean on him early in the third quarter, running the football. Waltham has shut that down.
Yeah, yeah. So they were inside the 15, but now they're outside the 15. You know, one of the things I noticed when Danny either gets outside the pocket or he deepens his drop some, he seems to be a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Santos, nice bounce.
cut.
Santos up the middle.
Hey, Sam.
Santos is away. Touchdown. Jaden Santos, a little hop step to get around the defender, found a crease, and then I knew he had the first down and good yardage, but I thought he had been brought down, and he just broke loose again.
Yeah, it was a nice run.
Jaden Santos on a gotta-have-it drive by the Beverly Panthers faced couple of drops, a 4th and long, and Danny Pierce continuing to make plays, make throws, and Santos caps
And
it off.
the kick's good.
With a beautiful run up the middle there. And
Big play right there.
4:48 to go here in the 4th, and the Panthers have the lead once again.
Yeah, Jaden Santos, nice cutback, and then he broke a couple tackles to get into the end zone. Santos playing a really nice game today. Danny Pierce, like we said, his coming out party today. And then, you know, you got to give offensive line a lot of credit today.
Oh, I know.
We were talking about the Waltham.
They've been able to
front
give
seven,
Danny
and
time.
They've been able
yeah.
to give him the time. So the statisticians will be busy tonight calculating everything.
I know.
You got a lot of guys doing a lot of stuff. Santos,
We joked.
15 catches. Pierce, 25 passes. Conan's done it both running and passing.
Yeah, we joked early in the first quarter maybe we could see a shootout
his knee
today.
was down.
I thought his knee was down too. All right, they caught it. They caught it. We joked early first quarter maybe we could see a shootout today.
I know,
and,
yeah.
Starting to turn into a little bit of a shootout.
Yeah.
Here's to hoping the Panther defense can end that shootout feel, though, right here, right now. And because of that need down, Waltham not starting with very good field position at all.
About the 24-yard line. But Waltham, their last 2 drives have thrown long touchdown passes. So
Both times to Foster, I believe.
secondary is going to have to tighten it up a little bit. And it looks like Conan is still out. So he's one of your top defensive backs there.
What else is new?
Right.
The story of this Panther season, I swear.
Yeah, so you got some guys who haven't been out there as often in the defensive side of things.
That was questionable, by the way, by that wide receiver in the near side slot position.
Nice block there.
Man, he's got room. He's going to get to the outside, tackled.
It was a nice, nice
Landon Foster with the run.
blindside block there by
By
somebody.
Kevin Hubbard.
Took out the outside linebacker. Got to keep your head on a swivel. But it wasn't a blindside block that you'd get a penalty on.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't that
per se.
questionable if you're allowed to do that anymore?
Well, I think the guy kind of saw it, but I didn't see who ran that ball.
Foster.
Foster? Nah, I'm not writing that down.
Landon Foster has really gotten himself involved here in the second half.
There goes Chisari.
There's Chisari.
6 yards.
Sorry with the
I
run.
don't know why you're celebrating a 6-yard.
I don't know.
Down by
care.
Kevin Hubbard.
Kevin Hubbard on the tackle.
5-yard run is going to make it 2nd down and 5.
I think it's more 6-yard run, but that's okay.
Whether it was worth celebrating or not, though, it was a good tackle by a DB secondary on what we've mentioned are two very physical, hard to bring down running backs. Foster swinging around the opposite way. That's where he's first going to look. Wakes it that way.
Screen.
Comes back the other way. To Connor.
Back there, not going to call it. That was not at the line of scrimmage, that block in the back. But they let it go.
By Darius Moore.
Again, about 9 on that.
You know, the Zebras, they usually let them play a little bit more as the game goes on, especially late time. You can get away with some stuff.
Yeah. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. O'Connor
running through a couple of tackles. Waltham starting to lean on the Panthers here with this run game.
6 yards for O'Connor. Add to his tally.
Obviously, with this style, though, making it as if you got to make it happen on this drive and this drive alone, though.
Yeah, they've got 3 timeouts.
Yeah, but look at that! Look at that clock already, though.
Clock stops to move the chains.
Let's see if they take a shot now. That's exactly what they're going to do.
And he's got nowhere
Dane,
to throw,
nothing
so
there, so Dane's just going to run, tiptoe out of bounds after a nice gain, though.
Yep.
Dane Devoe with the run.
So we're getting about 5 on that. Got the first down. O'Connor back in. They are taking their time with it. Yeah, so this is, like you said, Don, this is one of those things where this is your last attempt. I don't know why the clock.
Well, they ran out of bounds, so it doesn't.
Oh, right, yep.
Dane
Option.
Pitches
Goes to Chisari.
Chisari cuts it back in the middle,
Still
bouncing
going.
off tackles, finally stopped. But Waltham, another big gain on a run, gashing the Panther defense.
Clock stops to move the chains, and then they'll start it again. Ball's at the 20-yard line. I'm guessing if Waltham scores, they're going to go for 2.
That would be interesting. O'Connor trying to get to the outside. O'Connor is wrapped up and stopped.
All right, going to get a timeout by Waltham? No?
No.
Okay.
Does not appear so.
Should you gain a yard on that?
As I said, Waltham content to just, this is it. We either get it here or we don't.
I would have thought they'd have called a timeout right here.
I thought they would have too, because you want to at least keep the playbook open as much as you can.
Right.
But, plus side, still well over a minute, so they can still continue to do most of whatever they want.
Got to watch for Foster here.
Now at a minute 15 and going down. Dane back to throw. Dane letting it rip. He's got a guy.
And incomplete.
A beautiful play by Callahan in the secondary.
Shane Callahan on the pass defense for the Panthers.
One-on-one. Dane put it up, and they had a chance there, but Callahan played that beautifully.
3rd down and 9.
See it a couple times, you figure it out, right?
Right.
3rd and 9.
.107 to go. 3rd and 9. Panthers trying to hold on to a 1-touchdown lead.
Beverly's got to be careful of a screen here. But last time they ran a screen, Considine picked it off. So
yep.
I think they can sniff it out.
They could, I mean, listen, they got timeouts. They could elect to run it, and they've run the ball extremely well. Dane, the throw.
There's
a screen. Did he? I don't even know if he caught it.
No, he didn't. It went incomplete. Was that Considine on the play?
Yeah.
I think he sniffed it out. Might have actually hit the runner a little early, but it was balls on the line of scrimmage. So, so we got 4th and 9 here. Big play coming up. Now, Waltham has all their timeouts, so if they don't get it, they're going to have to force Beverly to do something.
Yeah.
And
I know, but 101. That's even if they get the 3 and out on Beverly, that's not going to be a lot of time.
No, but they got a pretty good punt returner.
They do. That's true.
But you got to, this play has to finish, so we have to see what happens here.
Here it is. Just 1 second over a minute to go.
And we're going to
4th and 9.
Okay, so we're going to get a timeout from Waltham here.
Huh?
So that changes everything. Yeah, it's an interesting call.
I mean, I know you got to get the play right, but
it could be they didn't have the defense that they wanted to see.
I guess.
But the reality is, I mean, how much different does the Beverly defense look from play to play?
I know. I mean, I know the urgency here with trying to get it right.
Yeah.
It does feel like it's kind of the game, too. But at the same time, as you mentioned, I mean, just having the extra timeout at least is the difference between at least a desperate second chance.
Now, if you recall, we saw McCullough, who can throw the ball, take a handoff and throw it downfield. He's also a receiver. He's a good runner. So you may see, if you're Beverly and you see McCullough anywhere near the backfield, you have to assume he's throwing the ball.
Yes.
I don't know, where is he, if you can see him out there right now.
I actually can't. Number 5.
Okay, so he's lined up as a split end, so you don't have to worry about that. They'll probably send one of these runners in motion. Okay, someone in motion there. The pitch. He's throwing it, though.
He's going to throw. Dane throws it up. There's nothing there.
It's picked off
by the Panthers.
Just go down. Go down.
Just go down, dude. Go down.
His teammates actually tackled him. Darius Moore, the senior, coming up with a really big play right there.
Once again, Waltham going with the razzle-dazzle, and it hasn't really worked at all today.
Well, and it really didn't fool anybody.
No.
I mean, if you notice, there were about 5 or 6 Panthers over on that play.
That caught no one by surprise at all.
If Moore doesn't intercept that, there were other guys that could have made that play. All right, so the ball's at about the 7-yard line, 8-yard line maybe.
Beverly with the ball now, backed up at their own 51 seconds.
Yep. Danny's just going to hold on to it. Now just put your arms around it.
Yep.
You're going to get a timeout from Waltham here. 45 seconds left. Now, and remember, they burned that timeout for that 4th down play.
Yes.
So now they only have 1 timeout left.
That's what, as we said, it's like, I know it's a big play. I know you want to get it right and you got to have it. But at the same time, you burn that timeout. You've almost made it as if it's the end-all, be-all.
Right. So far, I don't think Beverly's going to be throwing the ball.
No.
Danny Pierce with about 185-yard passing on 27 passes.
On 27, how many completions?
I got to do a little math here, Dom.
Okay, no problem. I'll tell you what happens. Danny keeps it himself, up the middle. Danny's got room. But that closes up pretty quickly.
Danny Pierce with the keeper.
17 for 27.
17 for 27.
For
Is there a
about
flag?
185 yards. No, I think they call it timeout. No?
I saw someone doing their hands like this though. So.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna get a timeout.
Okay.
Timeout, Waltham. That is their final timeout.
All right, so.
I don't know if the clock's right. I don't know.
Yeah. So Beverly should be able to just take a knee on this last play.
Yeah. Again, I don't know exactly where that clock is at.
Yeah.
But really, it. All right, we'll figure it out in a second.
Yeah. They're calling for a new ball.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, we're not getting clarification of anything different on that clock, so. So the Panthers will lined up in the victory formation. He takes the knee, and that's going to do it. The Beverly Panthers take this one over the Waltham Hawks 28-21.
Wow.
And in a season that, it has not gone the way they drew it up. They've been decimated by injuries. Yep. We've said so many guys have been forced into situations they didn't think they'd be in the start of the year. One of the big ones being Danny Pierce, the backup quarterback. And he felt like he had a coming out party today.
Yeah. A lot of guys you can talk about. Unfortunately, yes. Daniel Conan going down with that injury late.
He was a massive part of this win today.
Big part of it. Jaden Santos running for about 70 yards or so. Danny Pierce, as we said, kind of crazy, making plays out there, just making plays, not just stepping back, throwing, but scrambling, finding open men. Offensive line did a really nice job today protecting Danny, open up those holes for Santos and Conan and a couple of the other guys. Defensively, they had a couple lapses on those, a few long plays, but overall, they did a pretty good job defensively.
Yeah, and mentioning that, and Danny and his ability to make plays and stuff like that, I really want to go back to that fourth quarter drive. They got to have it drive a couple of times, converting on thirds, and then, you have, it was a tough throw over here by the sideline, but Danny puts him in a place where he maybe can make the play, can't convert on that. Then you have the one when Danny gets outside the pocket over the middle of the field. It gets juggled, felt like a backbreaker, and it was 4th and 10, and it was just Danny I got to make another play, and I guess I'll make it happen again.
Yep. Danny Pierce, and that's another thing, Dom, you bring up, is there were a couple balls that probably should have been caught.
Yeah.
Danny goes back to those guys. He shows some confidence. He doesn't get down, doesn't try to just say, I'm going to run with it. He stuck with the game plan. He did what he needed to do. Jack Considine coming up with a couple of big catches and that interception.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of guys
to finish off the first half, Yeah,
a lot of guys just getting a lot of work in there. Some of the younger guys who hadn't played so much. Darius Moore making that interception late in the game. Love to see a senior make a big play like that. So nice overall team effort by the Panthers there. Kind of getting a monkey off the back.
Yes.
A little confidence now. Let's see what they do going to Thanksgiving against the Salem team that might now be sitting guys because they're thinking the playoffs.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen, and you never know what's going to happen on Thanksgiving. Sometimes you got a team who's the best team in the conference loses on Thanksgiving, so who knows what's going to happen. So we'll be down here for number 125.
Yes. But what a wonderful confidence booster for the Beverly Panthers going into that Thanksgiving game, and a great team win today. For Dominic Lorenzano and Rich Francis signing off here for the final time before the Thanksgiving game. The Panthers taking this one over the Hawks once again, as we said, 28-21. Have a great rest of your Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you to everybody who makes this happen. Our producer, Chris Harvey, up there.
Mike
Tim,
Morano,
Mark Lehman up there.
Mark Lehman, Tim Hezzy.
It was a cold one today. On the field might not have been as cold. I tell you right now, if you're not in the sun, it was a bit cold. And those guys up there on the rooftop.
They get it worse than we do.
I know they do. That's what I'm saying. So thanks to them. Have a great rest of your Saturday, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see you later.